What's up, Nintendo gamers? The Kid here with another The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword update. New pictures from Game Informer that has basically been shown in their October article on Skyward Sword, and some are a little new. Now, I'm going to go through what they are, just a little summary, but I'm not going to be, explaining them throughout the video. I'll be talking about something else. Now, you'll be seeing Link using a digging mitts, pictures of Link using a dowsing and exploring different islands or going to different islands. You'll see some Lizalfos and some of the new races. I forgot what they were called. I think they're called Dogamas. I'm not sure. It basically looks like a dog mixed with some type of mole creature or something like that. I don't really know, but you'll see those type of pictures, and you'll see Link flying on his bird, and the boss for the Elden volcano level. So yeah, so I'll be letting those pictures scroll as I talk. So I wanted to talk about Girahim again. I know I did some speculation and thoughts on him in another video, but there's some things that I missed, and I also want to talk about Fi. Now, with Girahim, it has been noticed that one of his ears are pointed much like Link, and one of his ears are regular, which, really has not been seen in The Legend of Zelda. A regular rounded ear. And that leaves me to, and probably a lot of people, to believe that, is this either two people, two things that made up one, or is this did Girahim, was he some type of breed, two different breeds of some race? That leaves me to believe that maybe this is so. Maybe he is either two people formed into one, or just a mixture of some race. Now, as far as him, people say he looks like the Gilded Sword, which he does have a striking resemblance, but I don't think that he has anything to do with the Gilded Sword, since everybody's expecting that. It may be, maybe not, but it wouldn't make much sense for him to be the Gilded Sword, because if he was the Gilded Sword, that would make him an evil sword, and Link uses it in the Majora's Mask, so it really wouldn't make sense. But as for Fi, which is now officially Fi, spelled Fi, not Phi. So Fi, where she comes in, is still unknown, but Zelda is said to be some type of precious thing to Girahim. And if you notice in the video, boss battle with Girahim, he's saying we a lot, not I. He's saying we. So that either indicates what I'm saying, him being probably two people into one, or he's not alone in what he's doing. There's someone else behind this. Either he's the lackey, the powerful lackey, and someone else is behind everything. So that, those are my two theories. Now with Fi, she eventually becomes the Master Sword. Her saying that, referring to Link as Master, kind of lets that off of why it's becoming called the Master Sword instead of Skyward Sword. And if you do look at the Skyward Sword, it does look like it's a little bit incomplete, like it needs, some more detail to it. So that's pretty cool. And, I don't know much about Fi because so little is about her. Only that she inhabits the Skyward Sword, and that's pretty much all. She has treasure abilities. That's why Link has the dowsing ability with the Skyward Sword, and she apparently has analyzing, abilities to tell you about upgrades or other items and stuff. So yeah, in this Legend of Zelda, I noticed something else, that instead of just collecting a key, the big key, you'll be finding pieces of the big key, and the big key isn't necessarily like it is in most Zeldas, just a giant key. It's in pieces, and it looks like some type of jigsaw puzzle or something like that. It's not just specifically just a key, and it will be placed in the door by some type of puzzle. You have to fit it in. So that's really cool to see Link and the keys being more creative this time instead of just finding one big chest and stuff. It seems that you'll be finding more keys, pieces of the key to form the key for the door and fit it into place. Now, new villains are already confirmed for this. Well, I should say new enemies, such as this flounder-like enemy and well, the Zalafos aren't really new, but they do have some new perks to them. You see them sometime in the video with them with, giant arms and stuff, or whatever armor they're having looks like the Thing Hand to me. And, new bosses and stuff, new type of octopus looking thing that, inhabits the lava and spits things at Link while he's on that rolling ball and stuff. The challenges in this game look pretty challenging. I think it will be probably, because of the motion controls, the most not the most frustrating, but probably the most challenging, since you need motion controls to, say, cross a rope or balance yourself. So we will have to see. But the thing that, like others, I'm concerned about is the reliance of too much motion controls. I do not want to rely on motion controls all throughout the game, which, might happen, but I think there will be a fair amount of motion controls and a fair amount of, just simple based button pressing and stuff, actions. And, it really would just make the game more frustrating if it did rely too much on motion controls. Now, what I love about the game is that you're able to control the Skyward Sword. And like many, the first time you heard about the Wii, the first thing that came through your mind is feeling like you can actually swing a sword. And people put that in the basis of Star Wars, a lightsaber. Now you're going to be wielding the Master Sword / Skyward Sword, in your hand, and you will feel completely in control the way you use it. And, I think that's neat. I think that makes you really feel like, you're Link and you can, do things. I also believe that maybe during a game Link will progressively get more skilled, because you see in the game, if you probably waggle really hard the Wii remote, and yeah, I know that's suggestive, but if you do that, Link will start to rapidly slash at his enemy. I guess that's a good technique if your enemy has his weak spot, take advantage of that. So that's really cool to see, though we don't know. But as far as Miyamoto says, you can't just go to an enemy and swing your sword all willy-nilly, or you're going to die that way. And the enemies in this are intelligent. They're not stupid. It's not like they will do like Wii Sports Resort with the swords play. They'll just have their swords at a certain position and you got to slash. No, while you're swinging, in mid-swing, they will change up their defense to block yours. It kind of reminds me of the same combat as Zelda 2, where, certain enemies, you couldn't just go up to them and just slash them like in the original Legend of Zelda. They had shields and you actually had to maneuver, and some of them you had to do a certain thing just to kill them with your sword. And Link had these different moves, and a lot of the moves from Zelda 2 is Link's moves in the Super Smash Bros. Series. So yeah, some you had to jump up and poke their head or whatever that is, and some had shields where they would change up their shield where you had to hit either high or low. And it was a really hard game. I'm not even gonna lie, it was a hard game. I mean, defeating enemies was not a piece of cake. And will Link have the ability to use any type of sorts of magic or anything? Not confirmed. Though his sword can do sword beams, I guess that counts. Not That's pretty much it. But yeah, I think some people. One of my subscribers asked me, "Are you anticipating this game more than, say Kirby's Return to Dreamland?" Of course, this is the Legend of Zelda. This series is always anticipating. I wouldn't say it's as anticipated as a, say, handheld Zelda, but a console Zelda definitely more anticipated than any game out there. I mean, even if I had a PS3 and say I really do want, Batman Arkham Asylum, I'm not even anticipating that game, not nearly as much as I'm anticipating this game. I mean, Zelda, it's just going to be a big game. Another thing I want to talk about is, was Twilight Princess a bad game for the Legend of Zelda franchise? No. A lot of people say they didn't like the linear way it played, that the items were useless after they were in their respective dungeons and stuff. This was on Katu or Kataku. I don't know how to spell that, say that site's name. No, I don't think it was awful at all. Who cares if some of the items became useless? It's still Legend of Zelda. I mean, there were some items that always use, like bombs, the arrows and stuff. Those are Link's main weapons, items and stuff. His bow and arrow, his boomerang, his bombs, and his sword. That's really all he needs. But to each its own. I loved Zelda Twilight Princess better than Ocarina of Time. Just by a few points better. I liked it, the art style, and I love art style of Skyward Sword too. And it was just cool. It was a cool game. I loved the tone of it, the darker tone. I loved the characters. I loved everything about it. I mean, I don't see how people can really complain. People really are just stuck on Ocarina of Time. And I really think people need to get over Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time was a masterpiece, yes. It was a good game, yes. But come on, get over it. It's almost like Sonic games. People love the original Sonic games. And for the other good Sonic games that are current today, minus the bad ones, they seem to not get over the fact that, it's this generation now. Sonic's the way he is, and he's going to stay the way he is. Get over the old style. That's over. It's not like they can't go back to it, but, get over it. It's not gold. It's not, it's not the most precious thing in the world. Just, it's other things. They try something different in this one. Get over the old one. I mean, they have countless, a remake. They have it on a Wii. Okay, it's a good game, but come on, get over it. Not everything has to follow it. So I would say that is one thing I am concerned about, which hasn't been revealed in Skyward Sword, is the boomerang, which I am surprised not to see. I have not seen the boomerang once in any gameplay, any usage, anything. So I'm kind of afraid that it won't be in here, which will kind of make Link's items and weapons incomplete. The boomerang is always good to see. I mean, it will just really suck if it's not in the game. So anyway, guys, that's what I think and what I was, thinking about and what I was concerned about. So tell me what you guys think about everything, these pictures and what I was explaining and talking about. And yeah, let me know, comment below. So thanks for watching. I'll be doing more updates on The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword as more things are revealed. And please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching.